Bear Scat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State Campus.
Good evening, and thanks for watching another episode of MSU Inside Out. I'm Joshua Strong.
And I'm David Phillips.
Well, first of all, I want to welcome back all the Beavers from spring break. David, what did you do over the break?
I got a chance to go out to Colorado, see some family, do a little bit of work. Unfortunately, didn't get much skiing in. In fact, no skiing in, and the weather was perfect for it. So, yeah, it was still a good trip, though.
Yeah. Positives and negatives, but a week off is never something you can really complain about. But if you had any concerns about things on campus, Shalom Bear joins us with a campus survey that you can address those concerns.
Yes. The Minot State Administration is encouraging students to participate in the Student Satisfaction Survey. Vice President for Student Affairs, Kevin Harmon, says the university bases many decisions off of the survey results. Students are asked to rate how satisfied they are with issues ranging from campus security to accessibility of faculty. They are also able to rate how important individual issues are to them. Anyone who fills out the survey will be entered into a drawing for a $100 Amazon gift card. The link for the survey has been sent to all student emails. The deadline is April 1st. It is also election season here at Minot State. At Minot State, the Student Government Association helps represent the student body to the higher-ups at the university. Next week, the SGA will be holding elections for students to choose their representatives. All current Minot State students are eligible to participate in the election. Make sure when you show up at the polling station you have a valid student ID with you, otherwise you will be turned away. Students can come to the Student Center just outside of the Beaver Dam March 25th and 26th to vote for the Student Government Association positions. This election will bring a fresh face for president, as current President Aaron Richard will graduate this spring. Food will be provided for all students that vote. I mean, I'm definitely going to vote for the free food at the very least, but also to help choose our representatives. That's equally as important.
Absolutely.
Good luck to all the participants.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we're going to springboard things over to our weather person, Hannah, for warming up temperatures.
Springboard, nice. It is the second day of spring, I will give you that much, and it actually looks like it. I wasn't sure that we were actually going to get a spring season this year with the cold temperatures that we had to start off, but today, the temperatures for the entire state are just gorgeous. I'll give you guys a look over here, and I'll back off over this way so that you guys can see, but look at this. Beautiful. We have 40s and 50s across the map, except for our friends off in Grand Forks, which is really unfortunate for them, especially because I know it's also a little bit windy there for them as well. So that's unfortunate. But for the rest of us across the state, it's supposed the wind right now is around 10 miles per hour, so that's really lucky. So it actually feels as warm as it looks, and the best part is we're finally right around average. We're a little above in Minot today, but it is a lot nicer out today than I expected. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for our friends in the central region south of us over here. A lot of our sports teams' games have been canceled this weekend, unfortunately, due to flooding in the centralized states. But our baseball team is getting the chance to travel. They will be going to Mankato, Minnesota, and they're just going to have the most wonderful weather on Saturday when they play. 53 degrees, you guys. It is supposed to be beautiful temperatures for baseball, or beautiful weather for baseball, I should say. The wind is going to be around 10 miles per hour. There's a very, very low chance of precipitation, around 10%. And so it's just going to be a perfect day, I think, out there. And the best part is, the travel days on Friday and Sunday are going to be beautiful as well, so good luck to our Beaver baseball team as they head out to Mankato, Minnesota. And now, here is the temperatures for the rest of the week here in Minot. We start off in the 40s, and it looks good until you get to Sunday. Then, unfortunately, I have rain right here as this graphic, but there is a chance it could be snow. We're right there on the freezing mark, so it'll just kind of depend on how cold it is once that precipitation starts to fall. So there's a chance it could be some snow or a chance it could be some rain, but that'll be in the early morning of Sunday. So hopefully it'll quit before midday and we can still enjoy a lazy Sunday afternoon. And then the rest of the week is shaping up to look really, really nice, and the wind speeds I know are supposed to only be around 10 to 15 miles per hour for most of the entire week. I think the highest wind speed that I saw was around 50 miles per hour. But again, you'll want to look out for some rain on Thursday, but thankfully, there won't be a chance of any snow that I saw on the forecast, especially because it's going to be a little bit warmer on Thursday. So hopefully, Josh, it will just be a little rainy and all you'll need is a little raincoat. But of course, it's a week away. It could change.
Weather is warming up, but there's still success to be had on ice. And actually, local team Minot Minotauros have some unfinished business. I'm joined with head coach Marty Murray. Last year, you guys came one win away from winning a championship. What are your thoughts going into the games this spring?
Well, we had a magical run there last year in the spring. We were able to knock off, a tough Aberdeen team in Austin to reach the Robertson Cup, which is kind of like our Frozen Four event, and we made it all the way to the final game to come up 1 goal short. So we get that taste of success, and we want to make sure we cap it off this year. You have that opportunity to cap it off. It won't be easy, but at the same time, we feel we're up to the task.
And I think the recent success of the team is probably a testament to your success as an NHL player. You've played for teams like Calgary Flames, Philadelphia Flyers, LA Kings. What is your most memorable moment as an NHL player?
A couple. I think that very first game, I think you dream about playing in the NHL, when you're a little boy, and I think to step on the ice that first time, I had the opportunity to play against some pretty big name players, Gretzky and Lemieux and all the way out to Crosby, so that was kind of special. And then, you get that first goal in the NHL. I mean, it's such an adrenaline rush. You go over that scenario in your head when you're playing floor hockey in your parents' garage or whatever, but to get that first NHL goal is a pretty cool experience.
Of course. And so now that you switched gears to coaching, what is your favorite part about coaching?
I think just helping the kids along, really. I retired from playing professionally in 2010 and was trying to figure out the next phase of my life, and this almost fell in my lap here in Minot with the Toros coming to town, and it's been a nice transition into the real world somewhat. I know it's not exactly a 9-to-5 job, but it's fun to still be involved in the game and help kids reach their goals. I mean, we've been able to turn out a lot of Division I athletes here over the years, and the Hobie Baker Award just came out this week. We have 3 alumni in the running that finished in the top, I think 30 in that. So it's pretty cool to see our guys leaving the program and having success, and that's what we're here for, a stepping stone and development level for them, and it's neat to see them move on into bigger and better things.
Yeah, and it's great to see a local team with so much success, a successful coach, and I think a lot of people are relating that success to the new Mesa Pepsi rink and the atmosphere there. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's amazing. It really is. It's perfect for a junior hockey team like ourselves or Minot State Beavers. It's just a perfect size venue. It seats about 2,300 people, and we get great support from the community, and it's a kind of a social event too. There's a lot of people that aren't necessarily hockey folks that show up to the games, and they can socialize and get out of maybe the cold winter for a few hours and just enjoy some good entertainment. So we try to do a good job as far as the show and interaction with the fans, some in-game fun opportunities for our fans. So it's a win-win for everybody. But I'll tell you what, when we get 2,000 plus in the Pepsi Arena, our guys certainly feed off it, and I think it shows in our play.
Definitely, and the team itself is just making noise, and in fact catching noise on the international stage. Patrick Choi just recently signed from South Korea. Can we see more international players coming over?
So the rules in our league, we're allowed 4 non-Americans. So right now we're capped off at that. We have, like I said, Patrick's is from South Korea, and then we have 2 Swedes, Diedrich Henbrandt and Wilmer Skog from Sweden, and then our last import is Levi Klybor. He's a young gentleman from Saskatchewan in Canada there. So we've capped that off, but we do our work to try to get good players outside the U.S., and we're allowed 4, so we want to make sure that they're pretty significant players on our team.
Of course, and I just wish you all the best of luck and the team with your upcoming spring games and moving towards your new opportunities and new goals. The next home game for the Minotauros is March 29th against the Minnesota Wilderness, and another partnership that we're actually looking forward to is our play-by-play class here on campus in the broadcast department. We'll be joining them on April 5th to call the shots and plays for that. After this short break, we'll be bringing campus sports news.
Thank you to all of our underwriters.
All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMade, offering custom frames, art supplies, and jewelry.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, a sports restaurant experience located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, located on 31st Avenue in Minot. Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's Music Mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, serving the Midwest since 1972.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's Classic Hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's Rock Station.
Jacobson Music, bringing music to the Northern Plains since 1980.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
The Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer.
Magic City Hoagies, locally owned sandwich shop located in Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. Thrive Financial, connecting faith and finances.
PMQ Entertainment, performing at weddings, proms, and dances.
The Pursuit, creating a place in Minot where everyone is welcome.
Mouse River Players, community theater since 1971.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bearscat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State Campus.
Welcome back. Before the break, I was joined with Marty Murray and the Minot Minotauros, and of course they're having a lot of success, but we're going to switch gears to Minot State and our hockey teams and their success. Taylor is actually joining us with more information on the women's hockey team.
Yeah, a couple of their players, which I actually got to talk to one of them on my last Beaver Backstory. They won a couple prestigious awards heading into the national tournament, so I'm going to tell you guys a little more about that right now. Minot State women's hockey had 2 players named to the All-ACHA teams. Forward Mackenzie Ballog was named to the first team All-Athletic for the ACHA. Fellow forward and captain Sammy Jo Henry was named second team for the season. The Lady Beavers are traveling to Frisco, Texas for the ACHA D2 National Tournament next week. The number 1 ranked Beavers' first round of play will be next Wednesday, March 27th. Their opponent is still yet to be determined. Minot State softball earned a split this past Sunday against Northern State. Sophomore Haley Hernandez crushed her first home run of the year and second of her career in the first inning of the day. Despite the strong start, the Beavers fell in the first contest 10-5. Later on in the second game, MSU put together a late inning rally to grab a 6-5 win over the Wolves in 8 innings. Leading the Beavers on offense in Game 2 is junior Carlene Coughlin, who is 2 for 4 at the plate with 1 RBI. Senior Laura Mendez got the win in the circle and is now 5-4 on the season. MSU's games for this weekend in St. Joseph, Missouri have been canceled due to weather, but they will be back in action against the University of Mary on Tuesday, March 26th. Baseball is in full swing for the Minot State Beavers. Today, the Beavers were on the road in Bellevue, Nebraska, as they faced NSIC opponent Concordia St. Paul. The Beavers took down the Golden Bears in Game 1 6-0. Senior Jamin Cervantes threw a complete game and only allowed 4 hits. The Beavers' offense was led by Sal Rodriguez, who was 2 for 4 in the game with 1 RBI. Game 2 went to the Golden Bears as they edged out MSU 4-2. The Beavers now have a quick turnaround to Mankato, Minnesota, where they will take on the Mavericks this weekend. Saturday's game times are at 12 and 2 p.m. and Sunday's game is at 12. We are off to the races as MSU Outdoor Track and Field has their first meet of the year. Minot State looks to build off of a record-breaking indoor track season. The Beavers will head down to Spearfish, South Dakota for the Yellow Jacket Invite. The meet is on Saturday, and times for specific events can be found on the MSU Athletics website. So like we were talking about earlier, the warm weather is finally getting us some opportunities, and I'm excited for the opportunities the track team will have outside this weekend.
I'm sure they enjoy running outside versus inside with the spring weather here.
Yeah, we're full swing into spring season, and with spring break and senior recitals, we're sad to see seniors go, but they've had a lot of success here, and we're happy for them to go out and chase their dreams and their careers. But joining us is Kyler Sharp with our very own KMSU TV manager, Jaron Homiston.
Being an MSU broadcast student, you can't be afraid to get in and get involved. Prime example of that is a student here, senior Jaron Homiston, who's gotten involved in many different things. Thanks for being on, Jaron.
Yeah, you're welcome. You know, I wasn't busy. I was just eating potato chips, so I'm glad I could be on.
Yeah, as you can see, Jaron is directing our show right now, and this is where all the magic happens. Jarek, I know a lot of people have asked you about your movie. Are you a little bit excited about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's been a long ride. It's been almost 2 years of my life that I've spent working on this one project, which is something that I could really never wrap my mind around, because all the old, my little videos and whatever were 30 seconds, a minute long. So working for 2 years on a single project has been something, and it's really cool. I showcase it next Wednesday, the 27th, and then it'll be at a MagicCon as well.
All right, I know you have a new project coming up. You're filming a documentary for the theater department. How's that going for you?
It's really good. It's super cool. The theater department has an original play written by an alumni, and so it's kind of all in-house. And so I figured, since it was the world premiere of this show, that I should get that documented and try to, make the theater department look as awesome as it is.
Now, that's great and all, but with the show that you're doing right now, how stressful is it for you just being here and trying to get a show done every week?
It's stressful, but it's worth it. It's something that when I'm in the thick of things, maybe I'm double thinking some of my choices and what I've signed up for, but at the end of the day, and when everything finishes up and I graduate, I'm really going to appreciate all the experience that I've got here.
What are your plans for after you graduate?
I'm going to Fargo, hopefully find a job down there. There are a few agencies that I'm kind of in talks with, not necessarily going to for sure get a job, but I'm getting ready for some interviews, and so hopefully I'll get to be able to continue making creative and fun things in Fargo. Any agencies particular that you would like to work with? A few of them. I don't want to name drop any and then end up working somewhere else. But no, there's definitely a lot of creative talent in Fargo and a lot of creative workers, so I'm really excited to work with anybody who will take me. All right, I think that does it for us here in the studio. I'm Kyler Sharp, and this is my good friend Jaron Homiston. If you guys want to see Jaron's short film Hellbent, March 27th in Alshire Theater, which is next week at 3 p.m. Back to you guys. Take camera 2.
Thanks, Kyler, and wow, what a successful guy. And the only complaint I have about working with Jaron is that it's been such short-lived for me, because I've only been here for a semester. But what I'm really looking forward to is this movie, but also the success that this man's going to have and bring forward out of this university. True.
And how fun to have an interview live TV while he's directing the show that we are on right now. I think that's just one of the fun things about live television.
Yeah. And after this break, we'll have some more campus news.
Welcome back, everyone. I am David Phillips, and you know we were talking about it being spring fever. Before you know it, it's going to be April 5th, one of my favorite days because it's National Beer Day. Now, why bring that up? And I'm going to bring into our conversation Jenna McKechnie, Minot State's Director of Alumni Relations and Annual Giving. Why the heck would I bring up beer with you? But there's something very fun going on that involves beer.
There is. So a couple of years ago, we realized that National Beaver Day and National Beer Day fell on the same day. So we figured, why not have a party? So we do our annual Beavers Brew and Burgers event. This year, we've changed it around a little bit. It's Beavers Brew and Barbecue. So, but we're celebrating April 5th, and we'll be at Bones Barbecue, and we're looking forward to an exciting event.
And of course, the dollar amount gets you some really cool things. Tell us about that.
It does. So it's limited seating. We've sold out the last 2 years. So there are 60 tickets available. Tickets are $40 and only available by calling the alumni office. So you can call over here and we can get you those tickets and take care of that. But $40, and you get a pint of beer and dinner and prizes and giveaways and some barbecue sauce, and you name it, we've got it this year. So.
And Bones has great barbecue. It's a great venue, and pretty much just people have to show up. So it probably made it a little bit easier planning it there because they had everything in place.
They did, you know, and they've been wonderful to work with. We've been really fortunate to have some really great community partners, and Bones just continue that tradition. They will set everything up there. They'll have everything ready to go, and the food. We got to do a little taste test today, so it's been a fun day already for us. But yeah, it's a fun event.
And this event goes to what? As far as the money?
The money, so it actually, we don't, it's just an event to have fun. So the cost of the ticket just covers the cost of the event. So there's no, we don't charge anything over, it's just what it costs to do it. So we just do that, and we do trivia, and we've got prizes. Morelli's Distributing sponsored some prizes, so we've got tons of stuff to give away. We've got coasters and some barbecue meat claws and all kinds of different stuff. So
I had a chance to see the meat claws when I asked you to come visit on the show. I think they're going to be very fun. Now, something a little bit more formal than beers and barbecue is a fundraising event you have planned basically about a month after in May. Tell us about the gala.
Yep, so the Minot State Alumni Gala is our one big fundraiser event for the year for the alumni office. So it is where it's a night to kind of celebrate Minot State students and scholarships, and we've got, again, you know, we're very fortunate to live in a community that's so supportive of Minot State.
Now, do you have to be alumni to come to this?
No, you sure don't. It's some alumni friends and anybody who wants to come, but it's a semi-formal event. We do dinner and appetizers, and we have a live auction, a silent auction, and then we've incorporated mobile bidding, so you can bid from your phone on some of the items, which has been a real popular route to kind of go. And then all the proceeds for that go to fund student scholarships and other alumni activities. This year we just did our scholarship selection, and we got to award $30,000 to Minot State students this year.
That's amazing. So you have a fun job, because I mean, you get to have all these fun events, and then all of them go back into Minot State and into the to scholarships. So when do you have any free time? Do you have any free time?
You know, I do. But everything we do, and I tease a little bit about this though, that my job is really fun. Like everything that I do is kind of a good time, and it's a fun event, and it's supporting Minot State, and people are very passionate about that, and they want to be supportive of this great institution, and we're very fortunate to have a very
Jenna, you're very passionate about the university and Minot students, and had fun working with you last semester on the auction, and we raised a lot of money for that as well too.
We did, and that, it's a great experience for students, and we help the community with that too. So.
And I got to ask you real quickly, we're almost out of time, but did you have any special events going on today?
Well, other than getting stuck in the elevator, I did not have anything else that happened to me today, but that was the first time.
Well, you never know.
No,
you never know.
you don't.
I've never been stuck in an elevator yet.
Yeah,
but,
I know. Have your phone with you.
After the show, you can tell me all about it.
Yeah, great.
Let's give you Jenna McKechnie, Minot State's Director of Alumni Relations and Annual Giving. Don't forget to check on the website for those events coming up real quickly, and I will tell you, don't wait to get those tickets, especially to the event with the brews and barbecues, because it's going to sell out very fast. Yep. Thanks a lot, Jenna. And of course, spring is definitely in the air. And part of being a student at Minot State, that we all know, is you get a well-rounded education, but sometimes you have to take what you learned in the classroom out of the classroom.
In fact, students at Minot State are getting experience in their field of study before they even graduate. Hannah Davis introduces us to one of Minot State's student group exercise instructors.
Meet Elizabeth Gallardo.
I like fitness. I love running, lifting, pretty much just anything that gets you out and gets you active.
She is currently working towards a degree in corporate fitness. In the meantime, you can find her at the MSU Wellness Center teaching group exercise classes.
I'm here to just kind of push you that extra way, but I'm also here to motivate you and to help you be better.
For Gallardo, the experience has been invaluable.
You have so much more experience than, say, somebody who just decided to like take the test and now you're a personal trainer or a group fitness instructor, but you've never instructed. I started instructing before I became certified. So by the time that I became certified, it was so much easier.
The students see the difference.
I really like the vibe that she brought and just the enthusiasm. I don't know, I think that's why I just keep on coming, because I like her as a person. She makes it fun.
Combining learning and a love of fitness into one. For MSU Inside Out, I'm Hannah Davis.
Gallardo says that once she graduates, her dream is to own her own gym and continue coaching clients on a flexible schedule. So there's definitely a lot going on for students this time of the semester. It's like a very busy time of year right when everyone gets back from spring break, and it seems like everybody's up to something.
Well, I think what's really cool is to, like, when we introduce the show, as far as getting that real life and real world experience, because you can only learn so much in the classroom, and then of course you can go out in the real world and do that. And I think, like we were talking about the show today, how fun and how cool here on our own broadcast to do our own interview with our director while we're live on the air. I think that just is a testament of the great group of individuals, students that we have working on Inside Out each and every week, because we put a lot of work into the show.
Right. We're always busy, and with spring season coming in and things getting busier, we're going to have more stories to cover and just more interesting students doing interesting things. And our seniors are leaving, they're going off to be successful, and just sharing that with everyone is always a pleasure. So.
And getting that experience right here, to get that experience in the real world so they can get a job. And also a lot of the interviews we're seeing now are coming from students that are actually even just freshmen and sophomores, putting together some great programs for us as well, because we want to remind everybody that our Inside Out program is produced 100% by students here on campus. And I don't think a lot of other colleges and universities can say that, but we're very proud to be able to say that here during our Inside Out show. So with that, we welcome you back next week to another edition of Inside Out.